Let's see what's going on. Uncle Bruce gets all the ladies. Oh, wouldn't that be something? I don't know if I can handle all the ladies. I might get myself into trouble with Jennifer. We're at 177.13 on the GameStop just before we go start trading. I think we're just opening up now. I think we have just started trading on the markets. Yes, I think we have GameStop first trade 177.22 down $1.36 on 75,000 shares. There's nothing going on there, and no news at this point. Let's keep an eye open. The market, the Dow is up 162. I'm just going to refresh my screen here and get through to the other side. 178 now on GameStop, up 81 cents. The Dow up 182 points to start the day. The S&P is up 35, NASDAQ up 157. So we've got a very good start to the day. Very good reaction to President Biden's speech last night. Most of America likes what he's talking about, especially on the economic front. I think the world was quite pleased to see what he was saying regarding infrastructure and getting America going again. This always plays well with the investment community around the globe. Domestically in the U.S., you're on your own, kids. Figure it out. 192 is the gain on the Dow right now. This is a good start to the market. S&P up 35, NASDAQ up 147 right now. GameStop 177.12, 177.96. Jumping around a little bit at the moment. Volume on GameStop now, 93,000. Nothing to worry about and nothing to get excited about either. AMC 1087, 1090, up a nickel. 1.4 million to start the day. Microvision, unfortunately, down $1.60 to 1938 on 4.7 million. It's not looking good for Microvision. The shares are just they're just not running up to 30 again. It doesn't look like it's happening at this point. Vector Acquisition up 13 cents to 1065. NAV Site Holdings SPAC at 991, down 4 cents. IPOE officially at 1772, reached 1787 so far in the morning. It's up 17 cents on 118,000. We'll watch and see if IPOE starts trading at $18 on the actual market itself. Gores Holdings is up 15 cents. It was down in the pre-market. It's 13.74. Started at got as high as 13.98 just a few moments ago. So we're watching Gores closely. VGAC, Virgin Group with Richard Branson up 2 cents to 10.05. SVAC Starboard down 2 cents to 9.97. Fortress Value up 3 cents to 10.07. Vanek Vectors, the computer chip ETF, up $2.11 a unit to 250.22. Home Depot up $2. IBM up $1.50, Dow now up 183. Microsoft up 89 cents, climbing back slowly. Apple showing up 229 to 135.88. A Tesla up 358 to 697. Bed Bath & Beyond 26.33 up 12 cents. BlackBerry up 4 cents to 9.34. Cruise Lines, Royal Caribbean up $4 to 91.51. Norwegian up $1.40 at 31.62, and Carnival up $1 to 28.80. All three cruise lines are higher on the anticipation of possibly starting cruises as early as July this summer. We'll watch for that. JP Morgan up $2, Costco up 63 cents, Walmart up 70 cents, Amazon up 43.50 again to $3,500 a share, 35.02 with the earnings coming out tonight. Market is anticipating a big number. Cisco up 37 cents, Nvidia up $4, Goldman Sachs up 3.24, Walt Disney up $1.40. All stocks are higher. Facebook up $20 on New York at was on the Nasdaq, with $327 price point right now. 6.6 million shares traded. It's been as low as 326, as high as 331. And Facebook is rolling, and they are rolling in cash. Lots of money coming in. eBay down $6. They had a better earnings, but they're warning about the economy opening up. They're worried that if the economy opens up like it looks to be, their numbers might get weaker because people will be out of the house for a while. And so the collectible market and the wheeling and the dealing might change. We'll see how that plays out. So eBay is down $6 to $56.21, although they're making a ton of money. Twitter up 98 cents. American Airlines up 39 cents to 22.09. Google up $30 to $2,410. Netflix down $1. Again, another company where people get out, and with the summer coming around, they're not going to be inside the house as much watching movies, and they may not subscribe as much. It's possible Netflix might even lose subscribers during these summer months. We don't know. It had a great run a year ago, but it, too much too fast, and they got to digest it. Only makes sense. They keep raising their prices. You're going to start losing subscribers because you're not a bargain anymore. Snowflake up 64 cents. DraftKings down 17 cents. Moderna up $6, the drug maker. Workday up down 470. DoorDash up 70 cents. Airbnb up 20 cents. Micron Technologies up 97 cents. Intel up 33 cents to 57.94. Oh my gosh. Intel is higher. Oh, the world's coming to an end. GameStop 179.05, up a little bit here. I'm now showing 178.68, up a dime. AMC at 10.89, up only 4 cents as well. Very quiet on AMC. The Dow up 150 right now. S&P up 30. NASDAQ up 122. So we have a good start to the market. We're going to see how it reacts as we move along here. Everything settles in. And let's go. Let's just go from where we're going to go. Where are we at? Let's see. Lots of comments between folks wondering about what's happening out there, what's going to happen out there. I enjoy the healthy discussion. I welcome it. Just keep it PG rated. Beautiful. Uncle Bruce, regarding SPACs. When IPO completes its merger, how is the new stock price determined? They just take off from where they are at. They just continue on where they are. The thing now, though, is if, say, tomorrow morning, if VGAC announces tonight that tomorrow morning we're called 23andMe, our symbol is ME on the New York Stock Exchange, they will come out with a series of announcements explaining themselves and introducing themselves to the world. And they're going to say, welcome, everybody. We are 23andMe. We just merged with VGAC. We now have $950 million cash in the bank, and these are our plans. This is what we've been doing. This is what we're doing now. This is what we're going to do tomorrow. Stand by for more news. Now the world has to be introduced to 23andMe. And a lot of people know of the company. They've heard of it. They've dealt with it. They've bought, sold before their product, whatever. And now they can invest in it. And I'm kind of curious in the first 2 weeks how many mutual funds, how many pension funds and hedge funds, and just investors in general are going to start picking off the stock, because there's a lot of investment funds will not buy a SPAC until after the deal is completed. They won't buy a SPAC as VGAC. They'll buy 23andMe, but not VGAC. So one day to another, everything changes. The stock becomes legit. It's no longer just a SPAC anymore. It's now a real public company. And I'm telling you, and I am warning you, and I am trying to promote this, I don't think there's enough stock to go around for some of these SPACs when their mergers are completed. I just don't think there's enough paper available. Not down here. Maybe it's available at $25 to $35 a share because some of you out there might be sellers. But at $10 a share, $11 or $12, 23andMe at $12 a share, I don't think it's available. So it's theoretically possible. It's possible that the night before the deal closes, the last day of VGAC's trading life, it closes at $10.20 a share, let's say. And the first trade the next day as 23andMe might be $12.50, might be $14. Within an hour, it could be $18. It could not be. It might be right back here at $10.20, but I don't think so. My hunch is that all of these SPACs, as they now reveal their hand, they go, look how much money we have. We're funded with a bunch of cash. This is our plan. This is our game plan. This is our business. This is our future. I think the street's going to go, I'm bumping into that. Yeah, I'm going into that right now. You bet. I want some of this stuff. I want to hold it. There won't be enough stock. There just won't be. There'll be millions available to trade. Of course, there's millions. Yeah. But there'll be tens of millions wanted in the first 2 weeks, the first 30 days. And these companies will likely come out with a press release like every third or fourth or fifth day, one after the other, update upon update upon update, and perhaps mergers, acquisitions, and deals. And all of these individually could run the market up a couple of bucks a share each time. So you may have a scenario where in like a month that the SPACs that used to be, $9.80 to $11 are now all $24 to $28. And in 2 months, 3 months, they might all be in this $28 to $45. And in 6 months from now, they're like $38 to $58. I mean, you tell me, I don't know. They're all bets are off, but they're not going to be $8 a share. These aren't going to be boring little companies that nobody cares about. Far from it. I think these companies are going to be bought up by long-term investment entities like some of these institutional holders that will hold for years because they know the management. They know these people. They've already tried to give them money at 10 and they said, no, thanks, we don't need money at 10. They're going to try to buy their stock up. I just see a whole bunch of institutional demand for these merged deals, not before, but after. And this is where you have to wait, but you get the reward. You buy now and take the punishment of waiting this out. So frustrating. And then when the deal is done, hang on to your hat because all heck is going to go breaking loose here. That's how I feel about it. That's why I keep mentioning these stocks. I know what's coming next. I'm waiting for you guys to start sending me messages once they start trading as regular companies. I didn't get enough. I should have bought more. Yep, that's what's going to happen. It's okay. It's okay. You get what you can. You sit with what you got and hang on for the ride. And let's see what we can do. In the meantime, there are other stocks that you can buy and sell all you want. They're out here. We've got GameStop at 176.82. It's jumping around right now. We got AMC at 10.93. Take your chances on AMC. And then we got these SPACs. IPOE now 17.74. Gores Holdings 13.75. VGAC 10.05. I'm not going to be quoting these kinds of numbers much longer. Anyway, there you go. We've got a market on the move. The Dow right now only up 127. Had a nice shot first thing right off the get-go. We're going to see how this plays out now. S&P up 30 and NASDAQ up $115 points right now. Very, very interesting start to the day. Everybody, thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for popping by to see me, hanging out with yours truly. I really do appreciate it. We've got the Russell 2000 is also ahead 2.89 points. The VIX is only at 1711, down 17. So there is no nervousness in this market. This market knows what I think we've been talking about here the last couple of months. It's going higher. The amount of capital in the U.S. economy right now is unprecedented. The stimulus package is working and it's going to continue to fuel this market. You got at least another 6 months. If the president can push through his infrastructure plan, if he can push through that, the markets will really run for another 2 years or longer. It will be a massive work project for the American economy. Undescribable how big it is. It is Second World War big. It is that big a deal. But politics will determine whether it happens or not and how fast, because certain politicians know if it goes through, it's bad news for them. If it goes through, it's good news for them. And the American public just wants something to get done. I can sense it, and those are what the polls are saying. Just get something done, you guys. Anyway, there you go. Chip shortages for iPads and Macs may cool Apple's hot streak. This is an issue. The chip shortage is universal, and there is no one spared on any of it. It is an absolute reality. Let's see what else is going on here. Yeah, Fed's going to hold interest rates near zero for sure. And the CDC says it's committed to the U.S. cruise industry resuming operations by midsummer. It's committed to it. Very interesting. Goldman admits it was wrong on Aapl. It upgrades the stock. Well, how about that? Are they going to give everybody a refund? Are they going to give all of their clients $1,000 as an apology? I don't think so. They're just going to keep the money for themselves. Yeah, Goldman, way to go, boys. Let's see here. But, not everyone's right all the time. That's the way it is. Welcome to the world. What can I say? Let's see what else is going on. Yes, Aapl reports another blowout quarter with sales up 54%, authorizes $90 billion in share buybacks. They also increased the size of their dividend as well. What else have we got here? U.S. SEC enforcement chief steps down after 5 days on the job. Alex O, the first woman of color appointed to lead the SEC Securities and Exchange Commission's enforcement division last week, resigned from the role on Wednesday, citing personal reasons. Development arose this week as one of the cases on which I worked was still in private law practice, and so she has to step away. Interesting. Well, people, these agencies, after all, are staffed by human beings, and sometimes things happen. So this shows, it says here, the underscores the challenge of filling top agency roles with Wall Street defense attorneys. O said a development relating to one of her previous cases would be an unwelcome distraction in the important work of the division. The issue at hand relates to O's work defending ExxonMobil against a lawsuit in her previous role as a partner at Paul, Weiss, Reifkind, Wharton, and Garrison, according to a person familiar with the matter who requested anonymity. SEC is probing ExxonMobil over asset valuation issues, according to a January report by the Wall Street Journal, and the matter could create a potential conflict of interest if O were to remain in the role, agency sources said. This issue came to the attention of the SEC officials last week, the person said. Anyway, there you have it. That's what happens. You get people who are qualified for the job, but in their past lives trying to make a living, they have to represent companies or whatever they're doing as lawyers, and eventually or possibly there's conflicts of interest. She did the right thing. She sidestepped it, and better to step aside now than face a storm of protest later, because she would have been ineffective, unfortunately, in the role had she not. So what are you going to do? Unfortunately for the SEC, they probably lost an all-star that they wanted to really work with. Now they got to find another one. That's what it is. Right now on the Dow Jones Industrials, our top winners. Let's see if we can get a refresh here. How is the market doing right now? Alrighty. On the Dow, winners, Chevron up 2%. They were up yesterday too. Nike is up 1.2. Walmart is up 1.2%. JP Morgan up 1.1. International Business Machines up a percentage point. Bottom feeders on the Dow 30. Merck & Company, bad numbers this morning, down 2.9%. Amgen, they lost a bunch yesterday. They're down 1.4% today. Caterpillar down 1.4%, even though with good numbers. Salesforce, a fifth of a point on the downside. Boeing down 1/10 of a percentage point. Looks like way more winners than losers on the Dow, and that's evident because we're up 138 points. NASDAQ winners, Facebook, Qualcomm, O'Reilly Automotive, Moderna, and Comcast. NASDAQ losers, eBay down 10%. Altazin Corporation, Workday, Amgen, and DocuSign. S&P 500 winners today. LKQ Corp, Facebook, Qualcomm, Cincinnati Financial, Norwegian Cruise Lines. Losers, eBay, Ford Motor, Holistic, Citrix, and ServiceNow Inc. are the losers on the S&P 500. Those are some of the latest numbers right there. The Dow right now up 142, S&P up 29, NASDAQ up 102, Russell up 16 points, the VIX at 1724. GameStop, 175.98, down $2.60 a share. That is where it's at right now. Volume on GameStop, I bet you, is pathetic. 364,000 shares. There's nothing going on in GameStop at this moment in time. It is very quiet, and it is at 176.07, down 240 a share. Very quiet morning. AMC up a dime to 10.95 a share on 4.8 million shares. It is not snapping back to the $12 neighborhood. The overhanging problem for AMC, 43 million more shares will be sold into this market by brokers for the company to raise them something around $450 million or so dollars, give or take 10 or 20 each side of that. That they need the money desperately. They are burning right now something like $5 million a day. It's evaporating from AMC's pocketbooks. They are burning $5 million a day, and They have $6 billion in debt right now, so they're scrambling. They're doing what they can to survive. More power to them. All the SPACs, a lot of them are looking pretty good right now. We've got Vector up 4 cents, a Nafsite up 3, IPOE up a nickel, Gore up 2, Virgin VGAC up 3 cents, Starboard down up 2 pennies, Fortress up a penny. So of all the SPACs, only one is down. Very interesting. We got the Dow now up 130 points. A little bounce off of the low so far. We'll see if the Dow can put some more momentum together behind it. That's where we're at right now with this market, you guys. Thank you for joining me here. 175 on GameStop right now, down 356 a share. Alrighty, my average on VAC, VGAC 1009, right on. Let's see here. I buy high, I sell low. Uncle Bruce, do you have any thoughts on CLOV? It's popping. Would you mind taking a look at it? CLOV. Let's see, what is this company all about? CLOV. Clover Health Investments Corp. Up 54 cents a share. Let's see here. It is low of 631, high of 1745, and let's go here. It is provides healthcare insurance services. It uses its proprietary technology platform to collect, structure, and analyze health and behavioral data to improve medical customers and lower costs for patients. The company was founded in 2014, headquartered in Franklin, Tennessee. Don't really have a announcement. Let me see if there's any announcement on it today. They're going to report first quarter financials. They said yesterday on May 17, and nothing else there really. Let's see, anything over here? No news over there. And just they're going to report first quarter financials. That's all I got. 1106 up 56 in the last say 6 months or so. The stock was at $9.98, got as high as $17, and then backed off again into the 7s, 6s, and is now 1101. So I have no idea. There's 143 million out there, and there's a 38 million share short position, 35%. It's a pretty high short position. If they come up with some decent financials, maybe the stock can do more. Maybe that is what's running the market now, is the anticipation of better financials. Was this a SPAC? I don't know. I'm trying to figure out if this was a SPAC once. And I have no financials I can share with you, so it must have been a SPAC company. And at this point, it's too early to tell you how it's going to do. So that's all I can tell you. It's out there. Thank you, Xavier, for popping in. What can I say? I saw the dip, so I had to buy before chores real quick. Now I'm out right on. Just bought more, guys. The dip will soon follow. GameStop, 174.11 down 447. There is a little dip going on at GameStop. We're watching it at the low of 173.69 on 468,000. There is a dip happening right now. Our morning dip on GameStop seems to be coming through as usual. A lot of you know this routine. You know how it works. The first 30, 40 minutes, the stock will open up. Sometimes it'll look really good, and then it gets hit with a bit of a sell range thing. I don't know what's going on. Let's see what's going on. What else is going on here? I just love this place, and I don't know why. I just love it. And welcome. Trillions and trillions, says Bill. Let's see. You think big economy boost? Oh, I think so. Leon, stock market Bruce. I know you don't do penny stocks usually, but could you look into Bayhorse? Nope, I'm not doing Trillion. I'm not doing silver penny stocks. Sorry, I just am not interested in this area. Inflation is inevitable. All right, government spending increases GDP. How many trillions are the bagels worth? If a bagel can relieve a hangover, I'm all in. Let's go. Let's go. Uncle Bruce is looking younger. Really? He's feeling tired. Let's go. What else is happening here? Let's go. What do you think of Ford? They've got a lot of spending to do to convert into electric. Tesla did it already. Ford is a decade behind. Look, they make nothing but money on their trucks, but right now they're not making any money on their trucks. They can't get a truck off their line. Chip shortages. Ford is under pressure, and certain stocks out there like Ford and GM and others may suffer because of supply issues, supply side problems. I've talked about this with you already regarding industry as a whole. So many factories are assembly plants, really, and they bring parts in from all over the world. And if just one component is late, delayed, or in short supply, screws up the entire system. And now you've got 20 other suppliers who are all held up, being told, don't send us anything yet. We've got trucks standing here waiting for these parts before we can bring in your parts. And it just goes down the line. I mean, there are, it's the underbelly of the economy right now, the soft underbelly of weakness, the supply side and supply chain problems that we might run into going forward here. By the way, GameStop dropped as low as 170, 169, and we're now in that neighborhood again, 172.29 neighborhood right now, 570,000 shares of GameStop traded. And so Ford might well be a company that could sell a lot more product if only they could get it out onto their dealer lots. The car rental business, they're hurting. They need cars. They need rental vehicles. We want to go traveling. We want to rent a car. There is a shortage of vehicles to rent at certain car rental agencies. Car companies can't deliver the product. Computer problems, chip problems, tire issues, rubber problems, shortages. This is an issue, and we're going to watch this closely. That's all we can do. 171.99 on GameStop right now. Let's see what happens. Bill Coyne, if the next $6 trillion goes through and creates jobs, wealth, new technology, don't worry about inflation. Remember also about this infrastructure program. Remember, it is not a one-year deal. It's not like, oh, they're going to spend $6 trillion in 1 year. You can't spend that in 1 year. You're talking about a 10-year build-out phase for a lot of this infrastructure that's being talked about. It's going to take that long. So it might be $600 billion a year for 10 years, or it's $400 billion the first year, $500 the next year, $600. And this economic activity will create so much taxation revenue. It's the other thing that a lot of people don't put together. They don't equate it. You take this stimulus program of $1.9 trillion and put it into the economy over the next 6 months, and it will spill back hundreds of billions in tax dollars and future tax dollars as the rollover continues and continues and continues. And better to have a hot economy to draw tax revenue from than a cold, dead economy. That's a complete recipe for disaster. Get a hot economy going and get the tax flow from that. And with an infrastructure program of $500-600 billion a year for a decade, the amount of jobs created and the amount of spin-off benefit created will be 10 times as much. It'll be $50 billion a year. I mean, it'll be massive. And to get America into 5G across the board will put America at the leading edge of internet speed and capability, which allows business to be more efficient across the board, allowing business to be operating at a lower price per unit that they produce, whatever the unit is they make, increasing profits. And that increases the markets. That increases your returns. This increases job creation, increasing tax creation. It's just a win-win-win. You can win on a growing economy. You can only lose on a shrinking economy. And America is desperate for infrastructure improvement and build out. This is the perfect time to do it. Government can borrow this money for nothing. 1.6% on a 10-year? That's a joke. Inflation is at 3%. The American economy is going to boom out over the next decade because of this plan, if it goes through. And the cost to borrow the money to build it is less than inflation. That's the cheapest investment in American jobs you can get. You can make. This is the time to invest in your own country, because it's the winning bet of all winning bets. Betting on Americans, it's a no-brainer. It's an absolute winner. And so Americans betting on themselves seems to be an obstacle, which I find Incredible. I mean, on the outside, we're looking and going, are you kidding me? Why would Americans not invest in Americans? I mean, we're talking about the winner of winners of work ethic, hard work, ingenuity, delivering results. You got to be kidding me. You want me to invest in Russia? You want me to invest in Turkey? No, I'd rather invest in America. Thank you very much. And if America wants to borrow money, lend America all at once, because that money is well invested. A bridge, highways, airports, seaports, smart move, train stations, rail lines. Yeah, this is good stuff. Get goods moving more freely, more efficiently. Turn that American economy into an electrical grid dream scenario with electric vehicles and trucks and you name it. Oh my gosh, climate leader, economic leader, it's all there. America's got everything going for it. It just needs to convince itself to invest in itself. And politicians should be getting phone calls from every one of you, texts from every one of you saying, get on with it. Let's go. Stop fidgeting and build. I mean, my God, it's an absolute license to make money and create jobs and wealth and a better country. But I'm on the outside looking in. What the hell do I know? I'm just from Canada. I don't know anything. What can I say? There you have it. Thank you, everybody, for being with me and tolerating the old man ranting away. Hope you don't mind. What can I say?